Good afternoon. The time is 3 p.m. on August 19th, 2025. I would like to call to order the August meeting of the Board of Fire Commissioners. We have a quorum right now with Commissioner Dixon and Commissioner Paskine and Mayor Rilling. We're believing that Commissioner Ferguson will be joining us shortly. First item on the agenda is acceptance of the minutes of the regular meeting of Tuesday, July 15th. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Sure, so moved.
Commissioner Dixon moves. Any corrections, deletions, or omissions?
I don't have any.
Seeing none, all in favor of approving the minutes as submitted?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Now that brings us to public participation. Is there anybody in the public who is looking to address? I see Commissioner Ferguson there. Maybe we ought to bring him over or something. I don't know how we do that. Commissioner Ferguson is on the attendees list. And I don't see anybody looking to raise their hand. Oh, here comes Commissioner Ferguson now. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, let the minutes reflect that Commissioner Ferguson has joined the meeting.
Recording in progress.
So I don't see anybody raising their hand for public participation. Okay, so we will move past that and go to Fire Chief's report. Chief Gatto.
Yes, thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Last month, Commissioner DeStrouge asked for another update for the year end of 25 report. So basically, the largest account that we have is the firefighters account. So we started out with 12,292,000. We expended 11,934,000, leaving us 358,000 as a surplus, which comes out to 97% of the overall budget. The overtime account, we started with 4,597,000. We expended 4,463,000. We had 133.8 surplus for 97%. And then the whole budget, we were at 95.1% as opposed to obviously 100%. Do you have any questions on last year's budget?
No, it's a favorable report. Appreciate it. Thanks to you and all the department for living within the budget that was allocated. And actually
Yes.
living better than the budget that's allocated.
Right. So between the salary and the overtime, it's almost 492,000. And we could talk about maybe using some of that as a rollover later on.
You
So-
know, the finance director is putting together a list of rollover requests. We're probably going to be a little bit tight simply because of
Yeah.
the budget season that we just went through, but we'll do what we can.
Right. Appreciate it. So this year, obviously, this is our first month, July. Just so the record shows, it's a little high. It's 822,000 for salary. Because there's 5 weeks, that reflects a little higher number. There are no transfers in or out as of yet to these accounts. So again, it's very early in the year, so there's really not that much to talk about.
Any questions from the
Questions?
commissioners?
No, thank you.
Okay, so that'll bring us to the Assistant Fire Chief of Administration, Assistant Chief Conti.
Good afternoon, Mayor Rilling, Commissioners. I have some updates on ongoing and newer projects. So Station 1, the apparatus floor replacement. Contract has been signed and work has begun. We're right now at a projected finish date of around the beginning of October for that project. Truck 1 has been relocated to our Station 6 apparatus maintenance facility for the project. Station 4 for the building renovation. We held the RFP closed a couple weeks ago. We're interviewing the final 3 firms, architecture firms, on Thursday morning. I'm working closely with facilities management on that. We're all interviewing together. The overhead door replacement, Station 6, our apparatus maintenance, that will actually begin on Thursday this week as well. And Station 1 will be the last station. That'll happen sometime in October when we complete the floor. And that will be done there. And we'll be finished actually for the replacement, that phase of those replacements. And our SCBA, I didn't include it on this, but our SCBA upgrade, everything's been ordered, and we just received they said December we should be receiving the final of our harnesses and all of our breathing apparatus. I'll take any questions.
Commissioners?
None here, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that'll bring us to the Assistant Fire Chief of Operations, Commissioner McCabe.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Good afternoon. I'll begin my report with the monthly calls. In July, we had 775 incidents, averaging 25 per day. We had 18 fires, 42 rescues, including 33 motor vehicle accidents, 421 EMS calls, 45 hazardous conditions, 33 service calls, 155 fire alarms, and 61 good intent calls. For the year through July 31st, we are at 4,895 incidents and 7,876 responses. Under item 3, fire apparatus, the upfitting of our new fireboat MU-229 has been completed by our mechanics division. And once it is lettered and striped, we'll have an official launch. In the meantime, the 4 fire officers who work out of Station 3, the boat station, will be meeting to discuss a training curriculum for the new vessel, and crews will start training on it shortly afterward. Item B, as Chief Conti mentioned, Truck Company 1 has been temporarily relocated to Station 6 at 100 Fairfield Avenue in order to allow for the reinforcement of the apparatus floor at 90 New Canaan Avenue. Engine 1 will continue to run out of New Canaan Avenue Station during that project. Item C, the Tactical Support Unit number 2, or TAC 2, is ready to go in service. This truck has an air compressor and an onboard SCBA fill station. It also carries spare bottles and tools and equipment that can be delivered to the scene of large fires and rescue calls. And TAC 1, our highway blocking attenuator truck, was inspected by the Greenwich Fire Department chiefs in July. They are looking to purchase a similar unit to protect their personnel while they're working on the highway. Under item 4, operations, our 7 firefighter recruits began training at the Bridgeport Fire Academy on August 11th. We received good feedback from their instructors after the first week, and we will be monitoring their progress. That academy will run through the first week of November. And lastly, item 5, under notable incidents, July 4th, we had a structure fire at 22 South Street. This fire occurred in an attached garage, which had been converted into an apartment. Upon arrival, crews were met with fire and smoke throughout the structure. No occupants were in the apartment at the time of the fire. It was extinguished with a first alarm assignment, and no injuries were reported at that incident. That concludes the operations report. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Remind me again, how many recruits are at the Bridgeport Academy?
We have 7 from Norwalk. The total number from Norwalk, Fairfield, and Bridgeport is 35. So 7 of those are ours.
Any questions from the commissioners?
No questions, but you guys have been really, really busy, and thank you so much for your service to the city.
Thank you.
No questions over here as well. Thank you for everything.
Okay. So that brings us to the fire marshal's report. Fire Marshal Donahue.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. Fire Marshal's Office activity summary for the month of July. The total number of inspections for the month of July was 285 properties with 7 mega multi-sites for a total of 773 units. We held one pub ed event at fire headquarters for individuals within the community. We received and reviewed 27 fire and life safety plans for a total of $2,050. We had 0 liquor license renewals. The total income for the month was $2,050. The Fire Marshal's Office had 15 investigations. 10 of these were fires, 4 code hazard-related issues. The fireworks scheduled for the July 3rd were rescheduled for July 5th. Due to the weather, the fireworks were escorted safely to the barge. At that time, we confirmed the inventory and conducted a pre-inspection of the barge, the setup, and again, pre and post the display. This event went well. On July 23rd, the Fire Marshal's Office assisted Wegmans with a requested fire watch during the grand opening. A large number of people were anticipated, and there was a line of customers were awaiting prior to the doors opening. The grand opening went well also. On July 24th, the Fire Marshal's Office assisted the State Fire Marshal's Office with the inspection of the carnival rides at the St. Anne's Festival. We also inspected the commercial cooking stations and tents. This event also went well. And last, the Fire Marshal's Division's been busy completing all the necessary fire and life safety inspections at the Sono Elementary School for the completion of the school this month. I'd be happy to take any questions at this time.
I have a question. Thank you for the report. Any other events planned this year that we're
For-
anticipating? I know we did the fireworks and the grand opening. Anything expected this year?
So we have quite a few events coming up. This Friday, we're supposed to hold an event at the Sono Elementary School. We also have the DPW Pub Ed event coming up. We have numerous events coming up. We just completed the Norwalk Night Out at Police Headquarters last week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to get back to you with a list of them.
No, no,
You
no.
have a list of events on each.
No.
Google.
I don't need a list. I'm just thinking about the manpower we would need going forward for towards the end of the year. That's all. So the biggest events are done. We have a couple more minor ones. I know the DPW one's coming up. Anything else outside of that?
That's a pretty big one, yeah. So the last one we just did at the Norwalk Night Out was a pretty big event also, which was a success. Which I would have brought that up next month. But
Oh, yeah, the Oyster Festival and a boat show coming up.
Oh, the
correct,
Oyster
yeah.
Festival, September, and the boat show. Got it.
Yeah, those are 2 pretty big events. Trying to think of what else is out there.
Well, the Nice Festival was moved to the first weekend in August. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
October.
October. So it's 3 events.
Commissioner, you kind of caught me off guard with that. I
No,
didn't
no,
have
I'm
a
sorry.
list of
No,
events.
that wasn't intentional. I just I actually wanted to come to one of them. So I think I will go to the Nice and the DPW. That's always a good one to bring the family. Very, very educational.
Correct, yeah. So we'll have the smoke trailer there. We'll have a bunch of pub ed material to hand out, some goodies for the kids. Kids have a good time at that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any further questions for the fire marshal?
Yeah, I do. I appreciate that you were staffing the opening of Wegmans. I've been a bunch of times. It's great, and I'm glad to know that it's safe. Did you also do inspections on Target as it was opening?
Yeah, so Target was completed in June. They turned over the store in July, and they finally had their grand opening. I believe it was last week, if not this weekend.
It was
They-
it was Sunday.
Yeah, so they didn't request anything.
Mm. Okay. They have to request it for you to go.
Yeah, so that's something that we would request and we would provide that. So normally during the day business hours, we don't hold fire watches. That's normally something at night or on the weekends that we do.
What can you just explain to me what is a fire watch?
So it's to make sure that the occupant load is maintained, egress is maintained, anything fire related, hazard related, pretty much anything fire and life safety related that we would watch for. And like I said, it would be the egress, the occupant load, traffic, just make sure crowd control, but that's not something that we would go after, but it's something we would look after.
Okay, great. Thank you for explaining that.
Absolutely.
Any further questions for the fire marshal? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to emergency management. Mr. Luca?
Hey, good afternoon. So just a couple quick updates. Obviously, we're still in hurricane season, which goes until November 30th. So far, relatively quiet. Always keeping an eye on Aaron, but that's should still stay out to sea. But again, we always keep an eye on the activity. Oyster Festival was mentioned. We have a planning meeting with the Seaport Association next week, as we do every year with fire, police, health, public works, EMS, a couple others. Just to go over if there's any changes to the layout, any needs, issues from past years that we want to address. And then again, the event action plan, which is kind of the document that we use for planning purposes, gets completed. I'll usually send that out like the day before the Oyster Festival. And again, we've been doing this planning for easily about probably 10 years now. Working on a Chamber of Commerce event for businesses that should take place on September 18th. Meeting with Shannon on Thursday to kind of work out some of those details. But again, really trying to get the business community to be more knowledgeable about resiliency, business planning, some mitigation that they can do. The statewide disaster exercise, I believe, is September 9th. I've got to double check that. We will do that internally. So as a city, instead of doing it as a region, which we've done for the past 2 years, we're going to, again, try to get a pattern going of alternating years with regional versus municipal participation in the EPI. We are doing an EOC upgrade. So that was a capital project that was approved, maybe a bit over budget. So we may need some of that rollover money. If we can, we're trying to work on some of those details. But again, everything is going as planned. We'll probably focus on the technology and the functionality of the space. At some point, the chairs will need to be replaced, but we can always do that a little bit later on. Again, priority is the functionality of the EOC, third floor conference room, the large one, and third floor small conference room. Currently, everything is about 13 years old. So all the electronics are, again, go back to the original building or building opening. So it is kind of showing some of the wear and tear, especially in the past year or so. And then I think, like I said, we did have, or there was mention of the open house. So again, that's a PD, FD, EMS, Public Works event. We'll probably have a few other partners as well. But like I said, usually about 1,500, 2,000 people come to that. Again, kind of co-sponsored at 15 South Smith Street. And then we also do a food drive, which usually collects about 700 to 800 pounds of food. And this year it will go to person, and then next year it'll go back to Open Door. So again, we try to alternate between the two main food pantries for the city. And that's it.
A comprehensive report. Commissioners, any questions or comments?
No comments, no questions. Thank you very much.
Just real quick, one question. Why do you alternate between Open Door and Michelle?
Yep. Again, really just to be fair, again, both have large food pantries and serve a number of community or a number of residents. So we just wanted to make sure early on we thought about doing one and then having them split the food, but logistically it's a lot harder and again, a little bit more manpower and resources involved to try to divide the food either on scene. So again, we just kind of really started trying to do alternate years. And then both organizations normally will have tables for their year with other programs, how to access services and resources. Like I said, ideally, like I said, it seems to work well with the alternating. And we have asked the food pantries as well what they prefer. And it is kind of this pattern.
Do you need more support, Michelle, on this? Because there's another organization called Fill in the Blanks. If you need a third one, just let me know.
Perfect. Yep. I've worked with them before as well, especially
Okay.
during COVID.
Okay.
But thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll move on to the Training Division report. Deputy Chief Capola.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Mr. Mayor. Good afternoon, Commissioners. The report for this month includes the first item is kind of repetitive. I know I've stated this a few times that we've been using some of the vacant buildings on Renzulli Road and Westport Avenue. We still are continuing to use those buildings, sharing them with the police department to do training. Within the next few weeks, we're going to be able to start doing some training that includes, basically destructive training, meaning we're going to be able to start cutting roofs and really more hands-on fun stuff for the members. We have a lot of new young members that are starting to become broken in on driving. So we've been doing a lot of ongoing driver training on both the engines and the ladder trucks. We just finished a familiarization pre-planning trip at the new Sonos school that brought the initial arriving companies for that location to there to get a tour of the school, and that was done just last week for all 4 shifts. The probationary members that we do have, the 4 of them that we started in May, had just reached their 3rd month of service. So I've been getting their 3-month evaluations in for them, and everything is looking good. And they're continuing to work on their task books for their skills for their first year of employment. We've been doing more with rapid intervention training. That means rescuing our own firefighters and applying breathing apparatus to them when they're in trouble. We've been training with that. The pump operator training, I'm sorry, that's a repetition. I put that in there already. Our new members, our new recruits that are at Bridgeport are doing well. They're in their 2nd week of training so far. They've gelled very well with the rest of the class. I've been up there several times, both in a teaching capacity as well as just bringing some equipment there that they may need replaced. It's very rigorous. They go through some pretty, they really do tax the equipment. So sometimes we have to swap some stuff out if it gets, needs repair. And I'm also scheduled to teach several more days of the class in the next coming weeks. And then we've been doing a lot of entering data into our first new software program, and that we call that pre-incident planning. And that's been being done district by district by the companies. And we usually schedule that for Friday. That's usually a Friday training item, and that's continuing. Completed training, we just did some deploying the small boat to off of the large boat, meaning that if they have to get into tighter quarters around the islands, they were training on deploying that. And I took a day where I went out with them, and we kind of, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, actually. And just after that training was completed, Marine Unit 238 had to deploy for an incident on Kakini Island, and they actually had to do the exact training. They actually had to apply the same skills that we did the training just a few days prior to it. So that was kind of timely. We just finished the annual injury prevention classroom sessions for wellness education. I'm happy to report department physicals for 2025 are complete, and everything is good. and we just finished a whole round of SCBA fit testing for the new and existing SCBA masks. We are getting new air packs at the end of the year, and I was able to get a fit test done with the new mask that we're going to be getting for all members, including the recruits. So when that equipment arrives, there'll be no rush to actually fit test those members. Plus, we use the fit test report to order the proper sizes for each member. And then upcoming, I have a fire officer 2-level certification course scheduled to start in about a month. We have over a dozen of our own fire officers scheduled, and some non-fire officers scheduled to take that class here in Norwalk, being hosted by us. We have some plans to use Manresa Power Plant for confined space training. And I have a collapse shoring class scheduled for September, where we're going to actually use the Renzulli Road vacant houses to do some shoring. We're going to set up some scenarios that include vehicles into the house and other things like that. And again, I'm waiting to do that until it gets closer to the time where they're actually tearing the places down, so we don't create too much of a mess. And then finally, we do have hose testing that's going to be scheduled for the fall of this coming year. And that's, I know it's lengthy, but there was a lot going on over the summer, and that's my report for the month of August.
Again, a comprehensive report, much appreciated. And obviously, anybody listening in would realize that the fire department does more than just throw water on fires. You do a lot. And,
Yeah.
it's quite impressive.
Thank you.
Commissioners?
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that report.
Okay. That brings us on to Local 830, the no items, correspondence, no items. Personnel, we have the drop pension for Assistant Fire Marshal Kirk McDonald. Can I have somebody move that for a vote?
I'll second.
Who moved it? I'm sorry.
I'll move. Sorry.
We're getting a lot of feedback. You have a phone on at the same time, or?
No.
Yeah. Sounds like you're in a spaceship.
Is that better?
I'll second.
Sorry.
That's much better.
So sorry.
That's okay. So it's been moved. I don't have, for some reason, I didn't get any backup material for this meeting. So I don't know if the backup material for Assistant Fire Marshal McDonald is in the package. Has the
Mayor, personnel has all the paperwork.
Okay, that the police commission, I'm sorry, fire commission, we need to have that paperwork for our signature and review as well.
Right, yep.
So the only way we can approve this is contingent upon us receiving the and it does take place September 1st, I'm sorry. So we've got time, but we can only approve this contingent upon receiving the paperwork. So if we can make that amendment to the motion.
Concur. Well, we need to have that.
Okay, any comments or questions? Seeing none, again, all in favor of approving the drop plan for Assistant Fire Marshal Kirk McDonald, effective September 1st, 2025, contingent upon the commission receiving the proper financial documentation. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and Commissioner Ferguson.
Could you hear me now?
Yeah, no, we can.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Now, item number 2, I'll need a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing promotions and reorganization.
Second.
Commissioner Dixon makes the motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
I believe that the Commissioner Ferguson's he
Yep.
shows mute on the screen. I've watched him talk a couple of times, nothing comes across. And a while
Okay.
ago, I think we had a radio or something.
Yeah,
There
we
you go.
can hear
Yeah,
you.
we
You have an echo,
got that,
but we can hear you.
we got that spaceship sound again.
Sorry.
If you want to take off, let us know.
10, 9.
Okay, so it's 3:30 PM and we are in executive session. We'll opt out of this. We will be going back into public session after the executive session. To present the. Oh, wait, okay, let's do that again. Okay, the
Okay.
time is 4:03. We are out of executive session and we were back in public session. During executive session, there was discussion on the reorganization of the structure of the Norwalk Fire Department. And there was discussion on promotions within the fire department. However, during executive session, no motions were made, no votes were taken. And please note that Commissioner Paskine, once leaving executive session, was not able to join us back in public session, but we still have a quorum. So now we will need a discussion or motion on the reorganization of the fire department.
I would like to make the motion to increase the captains from 12 to 15 while decreasing the lieutenants from 20 to 17. Effective August 25th,
Motion made.
2025.
Motion made. Are there any further discussions? Commissioner, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Chief, now I understand that you're looking to fill those new captains' positions. And we would, if you would please update the commission on what you're looking to do.
So, we're going to each of the substations, which is the station on Van Zant Street, the one on Westport Avenue, and also Meadow Street, which are now currently 4 lieutenants, will be replaced with 3 lieutenants and 1 captain in each of those substations. Various responsibilities, which includes training and maintenance and readiness of the equipment, the apparatus, the station. They'll work with the other lieutenants and update with the assistant chiefs and the training director as plans are developed and needed.
All right, so I understand there's an active captains list.
Yes,
And with the 3 new openings that, my understanding, you wish to promote from that list into the captain's rank.
yes.
You could present the names of the 3 individuals one at a time.
Okay, Lieutenant Corey Gilchrist.
Okay. We need a motion to promote Lieutenant Corey Gilchrist to the rank of captain. Who's going to motion made by Commissioner Ferguson? Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
All right.
Aye. Opposed and abstentions. The next name, Chief?
The next would be Lieutenant Whitney King.
Do I have a motion
I'll make the motion.
to,
Promote Whitney King to the
okay,
rank of captain.
any further discussion? It should be noted that all these will take effect on August 25th. All in favor?
All right.
Aye. And Chief, the last name?
Last is Lieutenant James Lyons.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
To,
For Captain James Lyon, or Lieutenant James Lyon, be promoted to Captain James Lyons.
Second.
any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 The time is 4:07, and I don't believe there's any There is no old business. There's no new business. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Commissioner Ferguson. The time is 4:07. All in favor?
All right.
Aye. We are adjourned. The next meeting is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. At that time, we can get an update on this new organizational structure if we.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, commissioners. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you all for your help. Thank you, Linda, for your help too. Appreciate it all. Be well.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a good evening.